red leather, yellow leather. Welcome to another episode of For the Culture Kitchen. Here in the kitchen, we make African, Caribbean, Latin dishes. Today in the kitchen, I'm wearing a blazer, as you can see. Because when I step into the kitchen, I mean business. When my fellow professional chefs are out here in these streets, you know, Wolfgang Puck, Gordon Ramsay, just some of my colleagues in the business, you know, we're just really all alongside each other. We're not just wearing chef's aprons and white coats, you know what I mean? That's for the kitchen. But when we step out of the kitchen, sometimes we are in our business professional. It's not just about the food. Businesses are calling our names, you know what I'm saying? Sally Mae, the IRS, the government is a business. So the first of the month, my landlord, he runs a business, properties, and he calls me every month about money. Anyways, back to business. Today we are making Puerto Rican Pastelón, which is basically a plantain lasagna, straight from the islands. Okay, if you're from the Caribbean, you already know plantain is like a whole food group. So I'm familiar. I'm familiar with plantain already. So I think this is gonna be great. I think this is just gonna go swimmingly. I am not concerned. Last time I made a lasagna was never. But that's okay. How hard can it be? You just put some things in a casserole dish. Whatever. No Puerto Ricans were consulted in the making of this dish, so I hope this goes well. I have read extensively about it on the internet, and the internet has never led me astray. There's a lot of different ways to make this dish. Some people say you can put cheese in it. Some people say you can't. Some people say you're supposed to put raisins in it. I think that's disgusting, and others agree. Some people say, oh, no offense if you're Puerto Rican. Some people say, yeah, you gotta put the green beans in there. And some people say, that's too healthy. No, thank you. I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients, and then we're gonna get started on frying these plantains. Let's go over our ingredients. So first we have vegan cheese. I know this is sliced. You're supposed to use shredded cheese, but this brand doesn't make shredded cheese, and that's the only brand I like right now. So that's just what we're gonna do. We have Italian seasoning. We have a Goya advertisement here. Sazon capers, Spanish olives, this culantro cooking base, the greatest all-purpose seasoning of all time, adobo, 2 eggs, ground turkey, onion and green pepper, canola oil, 4 plantains, baking soda, and tomato sauce. First, we gotta fry the plantain. So I'm gonna cut these up. We can get started. Major key, season. Seasoning is life. God is real, and so seasoning is real. Listen, I know that this looks bad. This plantain came out perfect. The minute I turn the camera on, this thing burns. I'm so sick. When in Puerto Rico, do as the Puerto Ricans do, and you know, just keep it pushing. Here we have our finished product. As you can see, I've hidden all the burned pieces beneath all of the good-looking pieces, and we're just gonna pretend I never burned a thing. So let's move on. Next, we are going to take our ground turkey and we are going to season it with adobo and sazon. There's our meat, ladies and gents. We are now going to cut up our green pepper as well as our onion. Now going to put the onions and bell peppers into the skillet, along with 3 tablespoons of the culantro cooking base. Now we want to add 6 chopped olives, 1 teaspoon of capers, capers. I don't know what capers are, but we're gonna find out today. And then 1 teaspoon of oregano. Now we are going to mix this in with our meat. We are also gonna add in 1 cup of tomato sauce. Finally, after frying those plantains, the meat, the vegetables, I still don't know what capers are. I did all that stuff, and finally we are going to assemble our pastelón. We're gonna line the bottom of the pan with our plantains. My plantains were not perfectly cut, so it's gonna look a little ghetto compared to the website where I got this recipe. But it wouldn't be for the Culture Kitchen if it wasn't a little resourceful, if you get what I'm saying. If it wasn't a little adaptable. We're just gonna throw that burnt piece. We're just gonna flip that burnt piece over. Crap. You guys, I don't think I made enough plantain. This is only enough for like 2 layers. Crap. I think this pan is like a little smaller. Maybe that's better. Alrighty. We are now gonna take our plantain and move them to the smaller casserole dish because we made a mistake. Now I gotta get the cheese. Alright, see, now this is where it gets complicated because, as I said, I bought sliced cheese. I didn't buy shredded cheese because I'm bougie and no other vegan cheese can compare to this brand. So, we are gonna be ghetto and, you know, we just gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's a shred. So this is shredded cheese to me. We're just gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, break that on up. Ooh, child, there are some Puerto Ricans crying watching this video. Really stands out against the meat here. So I think that's what I love the most. We're gonna add another layer of plantain. Then we are going to put another layer of meat. Now we're gonna add another layer of cheese, please. And then the last layer is going to be plantain. I whisked together the eggs and the baking soda, and I'm now going to pour it. Now we're going to cook the pastelón for 25 minutes. Bye! So, because of the way the cheese melted, it looks ugly. You know, it's not the cutest pastelón we could have made. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about the choices we made, the paths we took. I feel like it's gonna taste good, even though it looks ugly. At the end of the day, no matter what happens when I taste that dish, I know, most importantly, that I didn't burn it. And it's definitely not undercooked. And if you saw episode 1, you know that that is a jump, that is an improvement, that is a blessing, truly. I'm gonna go ahead and chalk this as a win so far. Once I taste it, we'll really know what's good. Yes, I burned the plantains, not all of them. You know, just like with life, not every choice you make is a good choice. And I made the choice to step away from the skillet, and that cost me in the end, and that's okay. I've moved on. I'm past it. It's whatever. I don't care. I am now going to taste the pastelón. That tastes pretty good. Okay, me. Cut the camera. This is actually really good. Snaps to me. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of For the Culture Kitchen. I hope you picked up some business tips as well as some cooking tips. Tip number 1, don't leave your plantains alone when you're frying them. Learn that the hard way. Tip number 2, sliced cheese for the lasagna, not the way to go. Don't recommend it. It's ugly. I'm gonna go eat some more. Okay.